Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing a special reading. This is for the spring equinox on March 20th and the new moon in Aries, which is March 21st. So this is a burst of new energy, new inspiration, new ideas, wanting to take action on new projects in the next 6 months. So your new moon in Aries is actually going to be in your 8th house. You'll have a new approach to taxes, investments, pensions, debt. You might even be hiring like a financial advisor, something like that, in order to help you with your financial sector. It's also about partnerships. So that could be either business partnerships or romantic partnerships, but it is about shared resources, right? So you're going to be wanting to take some new approaches in your 8th house. So what we're going to do is go to the tarot and a bit here, and we're going to take a look at what you may have learned in the last 6 months that will help you as you transit now into this new moon in Aries. So we'll take a look at that, and then we're going to take a look at what new opportunities you have on the horizon and how that will play out in the next 3 months at the end of the spring equinox, and then finally the 6 months from now when we have the full moon in Aries in September. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so Virgo, let's get into your reading. So you have Answer the Call and Peacock Spirit. Really a beautiful energy of understanding, having, it says on the peacock, let it shine, right? It's time for you to really step into this energy of answering the call, of following your life purpose, right? Knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, but it is about shining, okay? It is about allowing yourself to step out of the safety zone. Let's put it that way, because she's like leaving, right? The home, going through the door into a new chapter of life. And that is exactly what we are getting ready to do. We also have Pluto moving into Aquarius on March 23rd. So this is a huge week of a lot of new. It's time for you to step out of your safety zone and put yourself out there to shine, to share your gifts, your talents, your creative abilities with others. What a burst of new energy. I absolutely love that. So let's take a look first at what you perhaps have kind of the insights that you have learned over the last 6 months. So you have Journey and Three of Swords. Okay, so, it is interesting that you understand that when you go on the journey, that there are going to be times where you are disappointed. But those disappointments also bring you insight about how to move forward, right? It brings you greater insight about yourself, about the world. It gives you more wisdom. It helps you to have that wise soul that shine your light even brighter. It's almost this energy where you are embracing the journey and not worrying so much about the disappointments, okay? Because you realize that in those disappointments, okay, the things that don't work out exactly the way that you thought they would, that is where you are actually getting your strength, your courage. You're seeing the world in a different way. You're gaining new insight, and that is part of your shine. Understanding that it is okay to be disappointed. In other words, no longer allowing yourself no longer allowing the fears of being disappointed stop you from taking new journeys. I really love that. And for some of you, it could be because this is even in your romantic partnerships, right? It could be that you're finally saying, you know what? Okay, I've loved before and my heart was broken, but guess what? It doesn't matter. I'm going back out there. I'm going to step back into the world of love, because I feel like there is this energy where you realize not having love in your life is actually more detrimental than having the heartbreak. Okay, it's through the heartbreak you may have learned a lot of insights about yourself, gained a lot of wisdom, gained a lot of strength, and seeing the silver lining in something that ended, and understanding, oh my goodness, that is giving me the strength to go in a new direction, to do something new. Oh wow, beautiful. Yeah, look, you had to balance that energy out, right? You had to heal the disappointments of the past. You did have to heal that. For some of you, it could have been a financial setback, right? You could have started your own business and it didn't go the way that you wanted. You could have made an investment and it didn't go the way that you wanted, okay? You could have made a big change in your life and it didn't pan out the way that you thought it really was going to pan out. Now it's understanding, okay, I get a fresh start. I don't have to carry this energy with me. But you did have to balance it out. You had to see, I think you had to balance out the disappointment with the insight, okay? You know how the justice normally has like the two scales, right? You had to balance that out. I think for a long time, you may have been kind of like over giving, okay, to the disappointment, allowing that scale to weigh more, okay, or have more, a kind of a priority over the starting new things. And now it's kind of like, no, I've balanced that scale. I understand now that all things balance out in the end. Karma may have even come into play because now you're moving forward, right? With the Six of Swords, you're kind of like, okay, I've got to go in a new direction. And you're doing it with a lot of determination. I absolutely love that because that's the energy that you are starting, okay, this next 6 months with this energy of, okay, I am going to be determined. I'm going to see this through. I'm not going to allow the fears or the worries about things not working out to prevent me from actually enjoying having the success that I'm looking for, the adventure. It's, part of it could be that you're recognizing it's not about the win or loss at the end of an adventure. Part of it is the adventure itself. Right? Understanding that the journey, right, is the biggest part of any project, right? Or any relationship. It's the journey that is maybe even more important. It is more important than the actual outcome. Wow, that's really kind of profound there. I like that. All right, so now let's take a look at what steps you can take to better align yourself with what you truly desire in your 8th house, especially of, taxes, investments, pensions, paying off debts, shared resources. Okay. What is it that you are truly desiring in that 8th house energy? And how can you bring yourself better into alignment with that? Yeah. The thinking man and the 6 of Wands. It's almost as if you've been thinking about it too long. Okay. Now I'm not going to say too long. I feel there is this energy where you have been overthinking, almost this energy, they're saying ruminate, right? It's kind of like overthinking, okay, how you might share your resources. You may have been thinking about your taxes for a long time. You could have been thinking about your debt. You could be thinking about retirement. You could be doing a lot of this thinking, but there's no action. And now all of a sudden it's kind of like, okay, I've been thinking about it. Now I have to go and take some action on it. So let's see what we have there. For some of you, I do feel like you may decide that it's time to hire somebody to help you, that you want to find, you want to find success in this. And so it's this energy of, okay, I don't have to do it by myself. I can bring in other people to help me. Yeah. So you have the Judgment, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. So it's looking at a certain decision. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is an energy of being really grounded. It's kind of your energy of being grounded, having financial stability, having the home that you want. I feel like this is the energy that you have at this time where you realize, okay, I don't want my stability to end, right? Instead, I want to decide to do something about this, and it really taking action, understanding I can't just sit around and think about it. I've got to, I have to get on this bird and start flying. I got to start making headway. And I think for some of you, intuitively, that you can have the celebration in this area that you are wanting. It's your own energy of just thinking about it. You may be wanting it to be perfect, before you put whatever it is out there, or perhaps, even like with your debt or something like that. It's kind of like, you may feel like, well, if I go to, a financial planner or something, they're going to take a look at what I've done and they're going to think I've done it all wrong, right? You want to look like you know what you're doing. It's almost that energy, Virgo, where you're concerned what somebody else is going to say about your finances. And so you've been holding yourself back. And I feel like with this new moon in Aries, this spring equinox, you're kind of like, no, I have to seek out some assistance here. There's almost that energy of, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to shine. It's time to get the truth. It's time to realize what is the plan, because what new opportunities are on your path. Second chakra and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so here's the thing that I'm getting is that I think in your 8th house of, taxes and debt, investments, that type of thing, I think you're wanting to clean it up. And I think there's almost this energy of wanting to clean it up kind of quickly. I think that's why some of you may hire somebody to help you with that, but I feel like you want to clean that up because there's something you really want to create. The second chakra, right? And the Nine of Cups. The second chakra is creative projects, but it could even be wanting to create a family, right? Maybe you're wanting to start a family. Because Pluto is actually moving into your romantic sector, and I'm doing those readings. Yours will be up on Wednesday. So I feel like there's almost like, oh my goodness, I want this, but I can't. It's almost like I can't do it unless I get my finances kind of aligned. And I don't think you're that far off. I think you think you're far off. For some of you, you may go talk to a financial planner and they're kind of like, listen, Virgo, and you have to stop spending money here, or you maybe you need to shift to a different job to make some more money, or you have to, if you have your own business, you have to start advertising. I think that you're going to get some good insight about how you can get your finances stabilized very quickly, because there's something bigger that you want. And I feel like for some of you, it's really maybe starting a family or buying a home, or because that Pluto is moving into that sector, it's understanding that my finances are holding, there's this energy, my finances are holding me back from what it is that I truly want. Yeah, you're having the courage. I love this. You're having the courage to really take a look at this. King of Swords is very analytical. This is your accountant. This is your lawyer. It's kind of like, okay, I have the strength and the courage to face this, to take a look at this, to hire this person, right? Because that is going to give me my inspiration. I'm going to know then what direction I can take. That's part of it. I feel like, Virgo, maybe some of you don't even really know what your finances are at this time. And this new moon in Aries, okay, is moving into that 8th house. And it's kind of like, I have to go take a look at this. I have to figure out where I am financially. Like, I think maybe you've been trying to do it yourself, and now all of a sudden you're kind of like, no, I need some help, because I think there is something you really want to go do, but you're not even sure you can go do it because of your financial situation. Really kind of interesting. And I'll have to say, I'm getting kind of like a reinvigorated type of energy. Once you figure out where your finances are, it's kind of like you're laser focused at fixing any issue you may have there, of finding that financial stability, because there's something bigger that you want. And you're understanding, I have to get my finances in order so I can go and start a family, buy a home, travel, whatever it is that you're wanting. That want is kind of like almost like getting so strong within you, but you know that you can't do that until you get your finances set. Okay, so now how can you fuel your passion and inspiration over the next 6 months, so that when these opportunities come in, right, this clarity, this passion for whatever it is that you are wanting to go and do, right, this Nine of Cups energy, starting your own family, buying a home, whatever it is, it's kind of like, okay, when I get inspired to start cleaning up my finances and then start working, focusing on this, how can I keep that inspiration and that passion going? So let's see what we have here. Fifth chakra and the devil. Okay, so the fifth chakra is talking about you speaking your truth, right? And then the devil is here. I feel like for some of you, you may have been saying one thing, okay, and thinking another, okay? It could be that. Or you could have, there's just not saying what it is that you truly want to say. It's almost as if you're holding yourself back. And it is about stepping into understanding what is holding you back from speaking your truth, from shining your light, from answering the call, okay? It's this energy of what is holding me back. And sometimes that is fear. Okay, Two of Cups. I'm pulling that out. Empress. Wow. Lots of lovely energy. Okay, you have the Two of Cups. You have the Empress. Both of these are really energies of wanting a romantic relationship, and also the Empress energy of starting a family, okay? It could also be a business partner and, starting a business. Whatever your dream is, coming back to this Nine of Cups, right? It's almost as if you're afraid to say it out loud. Virgo, I think part of the first part is to recognize this. How do you feel about perhaps, how do you feel about a romantic relationship, of perhaps starting a family, of stepping into this energy of, okay, what is it that I want? The thing that I'm going to say is that I feel like it's what you are saying is not in alignment with what your heart really and truly wants. So, say you're single at this time, all right? And, you haven't really been dating or anything. You could be saying to family and friends, hey, they say, hey, Virgo, how's the love life or something? And you're kind of like, oh, I gave up on love. I don't really believe in love. I don't want love. That's not something for me, right? All of a sudden, what you're recognizing is that when you are saying things like that, or you can be saying, there's no one out there for me, all the good ones are taken, online dating is lame, whatever it is, right? What you're recognizing is that your thoughts, okay, the words that you are using are actually bringing in what your reality is seeing. If this is really what you want, then you have to start speaking that. It's not just thinking it. You could be thinking it. You could be journaling about it. You could be scripting it in a journal, right? But it's also about saying it out loud. It's about saying it to the people that care about you. It's about saying it out loud to the universe, talking to your spirit guides and angels, and having that in alignment with what it is that you truly want. Now, for some of you, there is also, I feel, like a conversation that you may want to have with somebody, but you're holding yourself back, your fears, or or your concerns about what they may say. It's almost like something is holding you back here, okay? This could be a past love. This could be, somebody that you're in a relationship with and they have differing views, perhaps, about children or a family, right? That type of thing. It's about having those conversations, okay? Truthfully, authentically, and in alignment with what it is that you truly want. Because you have, temperance and you have the sun. There is this sense where you may have to compromise. Maybe in the past you had this specific outcome or specific traits of somebody that you wanted to have a romantic relationship with, or you had a specific ideal of what family would look like. It's almost like you have to, you're stepping into this energy of moderating that, of understanding, okay, wait a minute, maybe you had this a certain person that you were trying to attract in love for a very long time, right? And it's kind of like, okay, but now you're 40 and you're still single. You've never been married and you're wanting to be married, but now your talk is, well, there's nobody out there that's kind of good enough for me, or there's nobody out there that meets my needs. It's kind of understanding, well, if you want a relationship, you want to have a family, if this is something that you're wanting, then what are you willing to compromise on? Or what, taking a look again at what is truly important for you, because you have the second chakra here, understanding what is it at the core of you that you really and truly want. Because I feel like you have been through some disappointments, right, Virgo? You've been through those disappointments, perhaps in love. And you've been concentrating perhaps on your career because you were like, okay, love's off the table. I'm going to concentrate on my career. But there's this energy where I feel like this is being really kind of like sparked within you, this energy to either have a romantic connection, to start a family, to extend your family, to have deeper connections with family, however that might play out for you, because this is a general reading, but understanding, okay, this is something I want to put time and effort into. I want to work on this. This is important to me, and kind of allowing yourself to change the talk, however that is. That will help you to stay inspired. In other words, if you feel blocked in this area, it's because your thoughts and your wishes, okay, your words and what your heart desires are in opposite. It's about bringing both of those in alignment and then taking action on it. It's not about sitting around thinking about it. It's like, okay, this is what I want. How do I take action? How do I keep showing up? I go on a date. It doesn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, right? But that's okay, because tomorrow's another day and I'm going to go on another day. It's that energy of understanding, okay, well, when I go on a date, it's not about, is this the one or not, right? It's not about the outcome of the date. Instead, it's about going on the date and understanding, oh my goodness, it's just about having a conversation with somebody you haven't met before, right? Or perhaps, going to a new restaurant or something that you haven't experienced before with that person. Is about listening to their story. How does that fit in with your story, right? It's about, okay, yeah, maybe we're not a love match, but it's kind of like, okay, what am I taking away? And just enjoying the process instead of trying to find the perfect one right out the door. Yeah, right out the door. They're saying right out the door, right? Okay, so where will you be in 3 months? So this is at the end of the spring season. Temperance, 6th chakra. I love this because you have a lot of chakra healing here going on. The 6th chakra is using your intuition. okay, to allow yourself to kind of moderate, right? About bringing a better moderation into your life, of bringing, you know, what you're saying and what you're feeling in better alignment with each other. And, you know, understanding that when you are kind of envisioning what it is that you want for yourself in the future, that also needs to be in alignment with what you are saying in your day-to-day world. Yeah, putting time and energy into what it is that you want for yourself, but then also taking action on it. And then we have the devil underneath. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's almost this energy of wanting. It's almost an energy of just wanting something to work out so much that you're preventing yourself from moving forward, right? Kind of like allowing your emotions to kind of prevent you from, you know, your emotions of being, you know, hurt in the past or disappointed in the past prevent you. But what you're understanding, I like this, in 3 months, what you're kind of understanding, you're bringing that into better balance, you know, and not allowing your emotions to prevent you from the things that you envision for yourself in the future. Wow, that's a big growth. That's a big growth, Virgo. And then where will you be in 6 months? Yeah, no longer allowing yourself to hold yourself back, understanding that you are a healer, that through all of this that you have gone through, oh my goodness, and then I didn't realize third chakra. So you have second, third, fifth, sixth chakra. Okay, you have a lot of the chakras here, a lot of chakra healing, understanding, you know, that the thing that maybe has been holding you back is, you know, your fear of not knowing. Okay, you have the high priestess and the justice, and then you have the lovers on the bottom. Yeah, the thing that has been kind of holding you back is that you haven't really wanted. You haven't wanted to perhaps use your intuition to help guide you. It's almost this energy. Capricorn had a little bit of this, you know, kind of like using your intuition to guide you towards love. It's about using your head and your heart. I feel like you may have been a little bit, you know, just a little bit, kind of stuck in your head, fearful that love wouldn't work out for you. So you kind of like prevented yourself from going in new ways. Yeah, I love this. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Death, the Magician. Understanding that new opportunities are coming in when you allow your mindset about opportunities to change, to pivot, right? From, you know, things will end to I'm embracing new things. I'm manifesting what it is that I truly want for myself. And that is where this healing energy is coming in. You know, truly healing any sense of self-sabotage or allowing other people to sabotage, right? It's kind of like, no, I have control over my emotions and my thoughts, and I'm moving forward in a really kind of, you know, just really manifesting way. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Virgo, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. And what can I do to make a difference? Okay, that's answering the call, right? Answering the call is about making a difference. What impact can you make? That is that Pluto energy. You really have Pluto already kind of coming in. In Pluto, it really is about what impact are you making on the world? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it? Such that every ounce of you screams no more. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Which is this healer energy. Understanding that you are healing from these disappointments. They were part of your journey, right? The heartache, the disappointments, the pain that you have experienced were part of your journey. Now what you're understanding is that I feel like you're really healing. You have so much healing, chakra healing energy here, right? And now you're stepping into being a healer yourself. You know, I really feel like you're clearing out any past energy and stepping into, you know, stepping into what your true life purpose is and understanding it's time to shine. No longer allowing yourself to hold yourself back, knowing I'm going for it all. I want the financial sector all cleaned up, and I'm trying to find and I want the love. I want it all. Virgo, I love that. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.